Okay, so I've got my music just a little bit loud. I've got Alicia Keys in the background. I'm going to run back and turn that down a little bit. Come to sitting, and I'll be with you in a sec. Okay, so I imagine that you're all seated now in your meditation. Now that we're all here, we were all chatting about it before class, but for those of you who aren't doing the live stream, and you will be doing this later today, by the way, I think I may have forgotten to send yesterday's class out. I put it in Dropbox, and in my mind, I think I've emailed the link to you guys. So I'll do that after class. So the theme for May is really for anyone here. It doesn't have to be my goal. It can be a goal, a challenge that you've set for yourself. And for some of us who are feeling a little bit, you know, blasé, just over it, bored, Groundhog Day, this gives us something to get up for in the morning, something to get our inspiration flowing. So for me, it's strengthening my body, in particular push-ups. By the end of this month, I want to be able to do 25 push-ups off my knees. Currently, I can do about 5. Also with an awareness of mental health. Certainly in this, in my job, many people have confided in me. They've dealt with either high levels or low levels of depression and anxiety, myself included. Anxiety, probably about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I was at my worst. Now it is something I am completely unafraid of because I have techniques. I mean, and once you become unafraid of it, it tends to not rear its ugly head. So that's what this month's theme is about. If you want to do my goal with me, by all means, or maybe you just want to set yourself a little goal. My biggest piece of advice is set something that you know deep in your heart that you can achieve, and make an agreement with yourself, almost like signing a mental contract, that you won't give up, that you will stick with this. And if you don't achieve it this month, that this will be the first month, that next month you will continue. And of course, you don't have to come along this path. You might just be here for a bit of yoga. But here we go. So if you haven't already done so, close your eyes and begin to listen and feel the body. Feel the physical body sitting on the floor, on your mat. If you pick up the flesh from underneath you and bring it out behind you, it'll help you to sit up tall. Feel the physical body. When you get quiet and when you take interest, the body will speak to you. Notice what's on your mind. This is your intellect, and if you are an intellectual person, the mind will speak. Sometimes really distracting. Listen to it, let it speak. There is so much information within you.
I had it on my phone.
I'll grab that.
Yeah, settings maybe.
Notice the third body, the emotional body, the heartfelt body. Liberate everything. Liberate your feel good. If you're feeling good at the moment, I know I am. Let it go, let it go. If you're not, if you're feeling stuck, we've all been there during this time. We've all had fleeting moments, or we've been stuck in moments where we've gone, oh man, over it. Liberate it and let it flow. Of course, breathe through your nose with even willingness, with depth. You may like to ask yourself a question. What is it that I want, that I desire, that I need? What is it that I have inside of me that I'd like to express in the physical world? And I really suggest you ask the question before you try to find the answer. Just ask the question. Your palms together in front of the heart center. Bow your head ever so slightly to your hands. Your intention, your goal, challenge you'd like to set for yourself is there. Set it. If not, it will come. Place your fingers. Stretch the palms up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Draw the shoulders down. And draw the elbows in a little bit. Take a few breaths. As you breathe in, you're going to lean over to the right. Keep the left sit bone down. And as you exhale, circle your body down, round the back of the body. Bring the hands all the way over to the left. Inhale, lean back into your left side body, into your right side body, I should say. Left stretch, right knee down. Next breath in, come up. Over to the right, exhale, round. Arms forward, back round. Keep the breath free flowing. Inhale, up and over, stretching into the right side body, leaning to the left, and then up. So just breath is free flowing. We're circling, we will change directions. And when you're ready, you're going to bring the hands down into the back, hands on knees. You could have palms down if you feel like you really want to go inward. You could have palms up if you feel like you'd like guidance from outside of you. You can bring the hands in the lap, left palm cradled and the right thumbs touching if you'd like to come into a state of contemplation. Interlace your fingers, stretch the arms up. Exhale, lean to the left. And start to circle down. Inhale, round, rotate. Inhale, over to the right, stretch into left body. Up and around. Just circling. And then when you're ready, come to seated one more time. Just feeling, following your breath. Notice if there's any tension in the neck and shoulders, and you can move that with movement. And turn your head all the way over to the right. So the chin moves towards the right shoulder. And down. Turn the head all the way towards the shoulder. Take it all the way around. And come to center and make your way into downward facing dog. Enjoy. Come forward to the top of a push-up. Inhale. Drop to your knees and lower to your tummy. Exhale. Come to bring your forearms to the mat. Elbows underneath shoulders. Wiggle your butt a little bit from side to side until there's no tension. And just curve your spine. Open your chest. Take a few breaths here. If it's too much, bring the arms further forward. Okay, you're going to interlace. You're going to start to pull the tailbone down, lift the lower abdominals up, flatten your back, and lift your hips off the floor, coming into a plank position. Okay, try to take the curve out of the lower back. And if you still want more, tuck your toes and lift your knees, coming into plank on the forearm. So pull the front body into the back body. Think of creating a strong plank. Breathe. One more breath in. Come to Sphinx. Exhale, lower the hips, lift the chest, and curve your spine. Take a few breaths here. If you want a little bit more, bend your knees. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower down as you slide your hands back. Bring fingers in line with shoulders. Tuck the elbows in. Cobra. Inhale, lift up. Keep the elbows bent. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, stretch back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, spin your heels to the right. So you're coming to the outer edge of the right foot, the inner edge of the left foot. Push the floor away from you, lift your hips. Enjoy a stretch in the left side body. Head is free. Inhale, spin the heels through center. Exhale, spin the left. Someone's still not on mute. Let me grab that. Push the floor away from you. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, here. Inhale, come to high plank. Come to the knees. Exhale, bend the elbows lower. Bring your forearms to the mat. Interlace your fingers. Inhale. And either lift your hips or lift your hips and your knees coming into plank. Exhale. Hold and breathe. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your hips down. Lift your chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your chest, slide the hands back and rise to cobra. Inhale, elbows are bent, back is strong. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips high. Inhale here. Exhale, spin your heels to the left. Push the floor away from you. Inhale, come through center. And exhale, spin your heels to the right. Inhale, come through center, look towards your hands. And exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, deepen your fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Namaste. Inhale, raise the arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, step to the top of a push-up. We're going to hold our high push-up. So we've come to the knees. And this time I'm going to give you the option to do it off the knees. We're going to do 3 push-ups. So as you all know, I'm working on my wide-armed push-ups. If you want to come with me, bring the hands slightly wider. It works more into the chest. Otherwise, chaturanga push-ups. Up to you. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come up. And go back to child's pose. Take a breath. Rise to all fours. Inhale. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Exhale. We're going to raise our right leg to the ceiling. Inhale, look towards the hands. And step the foot forward between the hands. Exhale. Lower to the back knee. Hook your thumbs and rise up to one of my favorite poses, Anjaneyasana. I say that about many poses, really. They're all pretty bloody good. Okay, so this is about opening the chest and back bending. So for that, we need to keep the belly firm. Slide the hips forward. Lift the chest and start to lean into the spine. Inhale, extract yourself out of any back bend. Look forward. Take an open twist to the right. Exhale, send your right arm back and your left arm forward. You reach the left arm towards the back, reach the right arm towards the back wall. Inhale here. Exhale everything, tuck your back toes, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, lift your back knee, spin the heel down and open your body to the left. Beautiful. Big breath in. Exhale, step to the top of the mat and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Fierce pose, chair pose. Sink your hips, bend your knees, reach up. So work at keeping the pelvis on a 45-degree angle. Your abdominals are going to hold your pelvis on a 45-degree angle as you sink your hips really deep without letting the butt stick out or tuck under. You want to keep it on this 45-degree trajectory. Thighs burn, tummy gets strong, back gets strong, will and discipline strengthens. Exhale, come to stand. Take a moment here. Let everything settle. Virabhadrasana 3. Standing on your right leg, we're going to hinge at the hips and send the left leg back. So you can either leave your hands by your hips, you can bring hands to heart center, or if you want to challenge, you can reach the arms forward. Breathe. Take a giant breath in here. With all your control, bend the knee, plant the hands, step the left foot to the back of the mat. Three-legged dog. Pick your right foot up, send it high, inhale. Scorpion dog, bend the knee, open the hip. And peek out from underneath your right arm as you push the floor away from you. Big breath in. Slowly flip your dog. If you're upright, you're going to step the right foot behind you. Lift your hips and reach the arm up and over the ear. Three-legged dog, inhale. Reach the right leg up. Knee to nose in high plank. Exhale, squeeze, hold. Knee forward, thigh in, back body rounds. Hold for a few breaths. Send the leg to plank, inhale. Knees up or down, lower. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Bhujangasana, inhale. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Nice work, team. Exhale. Anjane Asana, raise your left leg, inhale. Step the foot between the hands, exhale. Lower to the back knee, hook your thumbs. If you can remember which thumb was on top last time, take the other thumb on top just for a bit of balance. Slide the hips forward. Lift your chest up. Shoulders down as you lean back. If you're back bending, come up and out. Inhale, look forward. Open twist. Send your left arm back and your right arm forward. Inhale. Twist a little deeper. Exhale. Tuck your back toes, Virabhadrasana 2. Open to the right. Inhale. Big breath in. Step to the top of the mat and fold. Exhale. Come halfway up. Inhale. Nice one. Fold in. Exhale. Bend your knees. Fierce pose. Inhale. Feel the burn in your thighs, the burn in your tummy. Shoulders and face are relaxed. Exhale, come to stand. Hi, yay, yay. Take a moment here. Allow the body recovery time. Bring your hands beside you if they're not already there. Warrior 3. Stand on your left leg, hinge at the hips. Send the right leg back in half. Might feel little wobbles in that left leg. Keep the tummy in. Keep the left leg straight. One more breath in here. Exhale, plant your palms, step the foot back. Three-legged dog, left leg goes back and up. Inhale. Scorpion dog, hip opens. Beautiful. Okay, feel free to stay or flip. Exhale. Three-legged dog. Inhale. Left knee to chest. Exhale. Hold. Find your strength, your discipline, your will. Find your abdominals. Inhale, plank. Your choice, knees up or down. Exhale, chaturanga. Right. Inhale, rise. Exhale, downward facing dog. Raise your right leg, inhale. Step your foot, exhale. Back knee down, Anjaneyasana. Rise up, hips forward, stretch into the front body. Exhale, twist to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee and cartwheel up to the left. Exhale, step to the top of your mat and fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flatten your back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, rise, fierce pose. Inhale. And come to stand, Tadasana. Exhale, bring the hands by the hips. Stand on your right foot, Virabhadrasana 3. Inhale, send the left leg back. Exhale, place your palms on the mat. Step the foot back. Three-legged dog. Inhale, pick it up. Knee to nose. Exhale, find your strength. Plank. Inhale. Chaturanga. Exhale. Cobra. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Raise your left leg. Inhale. Step the foot. Exhale. Back knee down. Hook the thumbs. Rise. Inhale. Twist to the left. Exhale. Open to Vira 2. Tuck the toes, lift the knee. Inhale. Step to the top of the mat and fold. Exhale. Halfway up, flatten your back. Fold. Bend your knees, fierce pose. Inhale. Come to stand. Exhale. Vira 3, standing on your left leg. Hinge at the hips. Inhale. Step to lunge. Exhale. Three-legged dog. Inhale. Knee to nose. Exhale. You're working on push-ups. Come to plank. Inhale. Feel free to do a push-up. Arms together or wide. Exhale. Come up again. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale. Take 3 breaths here. And make your way down to child's pose. If you don't want child's pose, you can always just kneel and just feel the place that you have arrived in. Now, if you're in child's pose, come up to kneeling like me. Beautiful. And then just take your hips over to the right of the feet. So your feet come out from underneath you. Use your right fingertips to help you sit up nice and tall. Inhale. Remember to use a cushion under the right sit bone if you need. That's it, John, and then twist to the left. Very gently unwind, and as you do, you're going to take your left foot and place it to the right of the right thigh. Just bring your right foot out from underneath you if you need to, using cushions to get evenness in the hips. Left arm behind you, right arm reaches up. Inhale, sit up tall, and twist again to the left. Very gently release. And twist off to the right for a weak counter twist. Okay, you're going to come up, bring the left foot behind you to join the right, and then just pick your hips up, take the feet underneath you. So hips are to the left now, feet are to the right. Use your fingertips to sit up nice and tall. Inhale, and twist to the right. Exhale. So I hold on to my ankle. Some of you might just hold on to your thigh. And remember, this is a really lopsided pose. So use props to support you. Gently unwind. Bring the right foot in front and over to the left of the left foot. And you just need to adjust your body a little bit so that the right sit bone can come down. Raise the left arm, sit up tall. The sitting up tall is initiated from the hips, and then twist to the right. Sit up tall again, really lengthen the waist. Very gently unwind. And just take a counter twist to the left. Come to sitting. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat in front of you. Wiggle the sit bones back. Create a flat back. You're going to separate your feet. So really get the back nice and flat. And you're going to pretend that you're pulling on a rope. So as you inhale, reach one arm forward, grab your imaginary rope, and as you exhale, pull on it, lean back until you feel the abdominals fire up. Inhale, reach the other arm forward, grab your rope, exhale, pull on the rope, lean all the way back until you feel the abs kick in. And repeat, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And then come all the way up, give your knees a hug, catch your breath. Reach your arms forward, make sure that you're shuffled to the front of the mat. Sit up nice and tall, flat back, inhale. And with so much control, like you want to deliver each vertebrae of the spine down one at a time. I tend to kind of straighten my legs as I start to come lower down. Do not lose control. One vertebrae at a time. Come to your back. Bring your feet to the floor. We're going to do one bridge to finish. Okay, so feet hips width apart, slight internal rotation of the feet. Lift your hips up, tuck each shoulder underneath you. This is a wonderful shoulder and chest opener. Also, as you push away from the feet, create a little bit of strength in the lower butt. And the thighs draw towards one another, strengthening the legs. Slowly lower down. Let's finish with an inversion. So if you've got some pillows, cushions, or blankets handy, grab them. So place something to elevate the hips. You may like to bring the arms up as well. And slowly release down to Shavasana. Try to avoid touching anything that you don't need to be touching. Legs slightly separated, palms up. You need to skip forward a track. Feel free to do so. Start to wake up. Stretch if you haven't already done so. Roll over. And come up. Sitting here in this body which is rich with information. This information, we can find inspiration, guidance, urges, cravings, which all can teach us something about ourselves. And knowledge and wisdom really is bliss and freedom. So I really invite you to join me this month and just setting a challenge for yourself. It could be big, it could be really small. Particularly if you've been feeling a little bit like, you need a change or you need something to refresh you. And it can help me with my goal, and I can help you with yours. Bring your palms together at your heart center in recognition that we're made up of the same stuff. And in this place, we can feel united as one. Namaste.
Right?
Thanks, everyone.
You have a good day, won't you?
I certainly will.
Thank you.
I've got a new lease on life coming back to the studio. It's so much fun.
Thanks, Denise.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, all. Did I send out yesterday's clip or did I forget?
You forgot.
I put it in Dropbox and I, in my mind, think I've emailed it to you guys because I've had about 4 emails. So I will send out today. Have an awesome day, guys.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah. Denise, it's Georgia.
Yes, Georgia.
Hi, love. We didn't get I didn't get a video. No, not a video. The newsletter about next week's classes. You did send it?
I did. I'll forward it to you. There's a setting in Mind Body. If it's not ticked, you guys won't get the newsletter. And so I might just make a note. Just let me know and I can make sure that you do get it. But Georgia, I'll forward it to you.
Thanks, darling. Yeah, I'll make sure I go in and tick whatever I need to tick. I think I have.
I'll tick it for you.
Yeah, sweet. Thanks, love.
Same with me, Denise. I didn't get it.
Okay, Jane, I'll tick you as well.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Well, please.
Christine, is that your dog or is that a rug? That's a dog.
He's just sitting here.
It was like, have you got a big fluffy blanket or is that your dog? Oh, yeah. Right, paper moon coffee time.
Thanks, Denise.
Thanks, Denise. Bye now.
Great one, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. Oops. Jack. Okay, Naomi, gotcha.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.